why right now. Write that why down in your notes so you don't forget it. Because you got a weekend full of knowledge coming your way, and you need to have this why close to your heart every single day. And I'd probably suggest bringing it even closer. You know, have it on you, have it more than just in your notes. But one more time, you're up. I got one more slide. Oh, perfect. She got that on the buttons. All right, yo, you want to talk about this? I'm gonna let Sam talk. I've been talking for a lot.
Discipline is the refining fire by which talent becomes ability.
As he said, I'm the more like calm person, but he's the public speaker at the end of the day. So as we were kind of talking and let you guys know, we're going to talk about discipline today. And when we said that earlier, I saw some of your faces go from smiling to, oh God, I should leave this room. So what I want to let you guys know is discipline is not like what you thought of it as a kid, right? It's not, oh, I'm scared of my mom because she found out that I broke something. Like, it's not like that at all. Discipline is what is the difference between the people who, okay, we're gonna move me.
Go to the
Thanks. So this discipline, honestly, guys, is the difference between people who succeed and get everything they want out of life and the people who do not. So, you want to go this part?
I forgot this was next. We made our slideshow like last night, so. but guys, yeah. So Sam's coming back. I promise she's coming back. All right. I know. So here's my question I need to ask. So we all have our whys, right? We all have our whys on our paper. Who can answer this question? Yes. Raise your hand if you can answer this question. Yes. Will you be here in 6 months? Yes. Because if you won't be here in 6 months, you're not going to make this happen. It won't work. It's not going to happen in a day. It's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in 1 month. But you give me 6 months, and I have something that's going to blow your mind. So hit the next slide real quick. So here's my challenge to each and every single one of you guys, because this is easy to do, but so easy not to do. Every single one of you guys don't do it. So who thinks it's possible, if you guys are trading harmonic pitchforks, which is our trading strategy, you guys should know this math makes sense. 25 pips, 5% on your account, that's usually a 10 pip stop loss. Now, the numbers we're going to go through, as you can see up there, are just for educational purposes. So, just so you guys know, if we're going 25 pips, 5% a day, who thinks they can do that as a goal and go achieve it?
Yes.
All right. We got a lot of people who are confident they can go do that. Now, hit the next button real quick, because this is funny. So if you did that, right? If you went and did that for 60 days,
Show us the money.
you can turn 100 into 1,700. Now 60 trading days. That's 3 months. That's not a lot of money, right? It's like, oh, we're doing all right, but it's only 3 months. And here's what I want you to understand. So many people are going to try to speed up this process. So many people are going to blow accounts. Who's won an account? Who's done it? Okay, you got to move on accounts. Some of you are going to blow accounts because they're not going to listen to risk management. They're not going to listen to what Sam teaches every night. But then on the flip side, you got to have this in mind, because somebody's going to try to speed up this process. And if you speed up this process, you're going to fail. I'm just going to let you know right now, if you're trying to speed it up, you're going to fail. Straight up. So now hit the next button, because this is where it gets fun. Oh.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. That's just math.
Discipline.
So everyone said they could catch 25 pips a day, correct? Yeah. You're confident about that? Yes. So if you can do that for 120 days, 6 months, in a row, that's what your math would look like from a $100 account. So here's what I want you to understand. First of all, you're not going to be able to go do that. Just want to put that in your head right now. It's going to be so hard to keep it perfectly at 5%. You're going to have some days where it's 12%, some days where it's 3%, some days where it's negative 2%. It's going to be all over the place. But if you can walk away with a 5% average, and what if these numbers are cut in half? What if we're just cut in half and we only turn 100 to 15,000? Like, we're still doing okay. I promise you, you'll be okay. But here's what I want you to understand. The ability to go do this is the hardest thing in the Forex markets. You want to hit the next slide? Because of this right here. And this is something I said at a meeting I did last Wednesday, and I didn't even catch it, and they made me re-say it. But this is the realest thing in the Forex markets. Trading is a constant battle between the human emotions of wanting money. Who wants to get rich? Who's getting rich? Okay. Who's ready to go to war? With their mind. Who's ready to go to war with themselves? Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to have that day. You know that day. You know that day where you're feeling good, you're up 8%. It's a good feeling day. And then what happens? No stop loss, little too big a lot size, get a little full of ourselves. That account goes bye-bye. One mistake messes up all that math we just showed you. One mistake. So if you want that, you're gonna have to be the most disciplined human being in the Forex markets. And that's the one thing I don't think a lot of people are talking about. We want to talk about strategies. We want to talk harmonic pitchforks. This is so good. You're going to make so much money. Great. But if you don't have the discipline to follow the basic rules, you're not going to go out and achieve this. And this is something that we found out through a lot of studying, talking to a lot of different people, that this is one of the most common things people struggle with, is the discipline to go full time. So I'm telling you right now, on a daily basis, you got to remember you're having this battle. Every single time you sit down to the charts, it's not there to have fun. It's not. It's there to get rich. It's there to do this right here. It's to go to war against your human emotions. And I want you guys to be prepared for this, because my goal through this whole presentation, when me and Sarah were sitting down, is to break you guys down to realize this is so easy. And then realize everything you're doing on a daily basis to not go achieve this. Because if you can fix that overnight, you're like, oh, it's like an overnight success. It's like, no, it's an overnight decision to follow the rules. It's an overnight decision to do what your teachers are telling you. It's an overnight decision to not get full of yourself. So I want you guys to remember this saying, because every single time you are having a hard time in the Forex markets, it's this. It's this. It's not like, oh, Forex got harder. It's not like, oh, it's just me. It's this. You're going to war with yourself every single day. Now we're going to tell you how to get through that war. We're going to tell you how to win that war. And we're going to tell you how to do all that. Actually, Sam's going to tell you. She's going to drop them nuggets. But what I want you guys to understand is that you have your why. That's number one. It's already written down. You understand that you have to be disciplined. The next thing is making a conscious decision. Because that's when everything changes. Guys, me and Sam were from the Midwest. We ate meat and cheese every single day. We were deer hunters who killed our own meat, butchered it, and ate it right on the grill, and we went vegan overnight. Not because of the animals, it's because of our health. Because we made a conscious decision that, yo, I'm 350 pounds, I should change something. And I had to make a conscious decision that day that this is over, and I have yet to have meat, dairy, anything else for over a year now. From one day, cold turkey, that's it, done. For both of us. We made a conscious decision to change our life in the Forex world. When we blew our third account, who knows our story about our 3 accounts? I'll tell it real quick, and then I'll pass off to Sam. So this is it, and this is where all this training comes from. We're dead broke, fried cook, making $8 an hour, that's not fake. We got in IML with our last $200, got our tune free, and never paid another subscription. So we learned all this for $200. Everything, this whole life we're living is off $200, and then $80 in a trading account split up 4 times. First account, $20. $20, about $30, $40. Blew it all, real quick, no more money. Put another 20 in. Take 20 to about 300.
Let's go.
About, probably took us like maybe 2 months. Blew it all, 3-4 days. It's funny because like as it goes down fast. But the next time, I was feeling pretty good about myself. We took $20 to $1,000. And in 2 days, I took $1,000 to $3,000.
Wow.
Who knows you can't do that without risk management? Come on, you know I'm breaking all my rules to get that done. You know I can't do it with risk. So what happened that next day? 3,000 to 0.
Oh my.
In a day, and we had maybe $1,000 in our bank account.
Wow.
So cried ourselves to sleep. Woke up the next day and said, yo, something needs to change. And we made a conscious decision to write out our rules, to follow them to a T, and we took $20 to $10,000. That's when we did all that. When we started to travel, we knew, and this is something I want you guys to write down, it can help you guys have a goal amount in your account. We knew if we had 10,000 in an account, we could be full-time traders, live our dream life. So all I need to do is get 10 racks in an account. And I had $20 to start with. And man, we went to work. It took us 5 months of trading almost every single day, maximizing everything we could do, and making our dreams reality. So what I want you to understand is nothing changed in my ability to go from $20 to $3,000 to 0, from $20 to $10,000 besides a conscious decision to would follow my rules and I didn't make that one mistake. So when you're hearing what Sam's talking about, realize we came through the IML system. We know what it's like to have a team. We know what it's like to be in a ton of group chats. We know what it's like to go through all of this. And we've made it through. So what Sam's about to break down for you is the secret sauce to make it all the way through and win this game. First is a conscious decision. You guys already know you need to make that. Now Sam's gonna tell you what you need to make it on.
Go. 100%. So the other. So what you guys gotta understand is everything he just said is completely true, but there's a lot of reasons that a lot of you in here will not do this. We're straight up. People ask us all the time, do you teach your entire strategy? Can I get on a call with you? Can I pay you? It's like, no, we give you everything. We have the Gary Vee mentality of, guess what? I'm gonna give it to all of you because 97% of you won't do anything with it.
That's right.
It's true. Like, it's sad and we don't like that, but here's the thing. You make that decision. You make the decision whether you want to do that or not. And here's the decision that you are making with that. So think of this as something, for those of you who are from America, because I know most countries actually don't let drug companies advertise on TV. For everyone in America, you know what this sounds like. Do you suffer from any of the following symptoms? It's real with trading too, just wait. It's funny now, but by the end of this, you're not gonna like it. So first one, frustration with my progress because other people are making more money than me.
Who's got it?
Who's got it? Yep. And how many of them came in after you, and that makes you even more mad? Yeah, nah, we had that too. That's when one of those accounts went bye-bye. So that's the first one. Guys, this is all gonna lead into one major problem. It's all the same exact thing, and let's see by the end if you know what this is. The next one, angry because I lost trades. And then how many of you keep trading because you're mad that you lost trades and you want to make it all back? Yeah, exactly. Feeling lost because other people are understanding it faster than me. And then we start feeling like, oh, well, it must be easier for them. It's not. It's not. You need to realize that when you come into here, you see all of these educators who have massive success. We have the same system that every single one of you have. But it's like Chance said, we made a decision. And if it works for me, it works for every single one of you. I have me and IML. What is the only difference? You're all in IML. It's you. At the end of the day, any issue that you have with this, it is you. But that also means you're the solution. So the next one, feeling inadequate when I see other people's profits. When you're sitting there and you're having $100 day, but your boy from way back in the day just had a $1,000 day. How do you think those accounts get blown, guys? That's how people blow their accounts. It's because I'm sitting here, I look at Chance and he made more money than me, so I feel like I have to outdo him. That's how people blow accounts. It's not hard. So does anyone have any idea what all of this goes into?
Mindset.
Yeah, ego's true. You're close.
Agreed.
You may have the disease called FOMO. You are upset. You have a fear of missing out because someone did it faster than you guys. Forex is on average a day, $5.3 trillion a day. We can all make $1 million tomorrow and the market's not gonna care. There's enough for all of us. So quit comparing yourself to everybody else. Because that's when people mess up in Forex. Having a community like we have here for trading is absolutely incredible. But it's a love-hate relationship because we love having the community, but guess what? If you're trading by yourself, you're not looking at somebody else's profit. The other thing I want you to understand is every time that you guys see something like that, they may have started with more money in their account than you. There's nothing wrong with that. But why are you comparing yourself to them? If you started with $100 and they started with $10,000, yeah, they're gonna make more money than you. That's why we talk in percentages. That's why I don't care. I heard something really, really great in the international room when he was doing the panel of, guess what, professionals, we talk in pips and percentages, amateurs talking dollars. Because at the end of the day, if I'm sitting here and I can say I made 10% today, it may not be as much money as someone else who has $1 million account, but guess what? If I can make 10% on my account, I can make 10% on theirs too.
Right.
That's what you have to realize. That's the difference. Don't care about the money. And I know a lot of you are probably going, yeah, Sam, easy for you to say. Well, it wasn't when I had $7 left in my bank account after we joined this company.
Yep.
It wasn't easy for me to say. Because I'll be real, when he said we were doing this, I'm like, do you know how much money's in our bank account? Do you know? He's like, yeah, but this is going to change our life. I said, okay. That's a big thing, you better get it done. Because we can't pay for our car payment and this thing next month.
Right.
He got it done, so good job to you. But you guys have to get this. Because at the end of the day, everything, like, we joke. Because I always talk about risk management. I'm like he talks about how it's like a sports game. I'm the ref, and I'm gonna give you a technical if you do risk management that is not correct. He's kind of like, oh, but I'm like, no. There's no exceptions, because as soon as you give someone a little rope, they're gonna hang themselves with it. So understand that when you are going through this, first of all, how many of you have FOMO? If you have any of those symptoms on the screen, you or have, and you've gotten past it. We all go through this. We all go through this. And to get through the other side is where the real profit starts to be made, because you can't make the real money that everyone wants to go make if you have this. Because you know what else happens when you have this? You're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself. Because who's to say that you're not a better trader than they are? Who's to say you can't do a better percentage than they can?
Yep.
If you're so focused on what they're doing, you're so focused on I have to make what they are, you're never going to go past it.
You know, the one thing I do want to add to this is you have to realize there's one more place, right? Yeah. And the one thing too is so many people joined after us, before us, around us, and they're not here today. So many people had their first $100 day before we did. So many people had their first $1,000 day before we did. But we're here teaching you, and they're not even a part of this or trading anymore. Because if you come in here and make quick money, and you follow all this stuff, and you live with FOMO, and you don't get rid of it like Sam's about to teach you, you're not going to be here in 6 months. And you're not going to have this dream of the money and the lifestyle that we're talking about.
Yep. And as for those of you who can't see that at the bottom, this disease, what may happen with this disease, it may cause blown accounts, lack of belief in yourself, broken computers because you threw them off the balcony, unnecessary arguments with loved ones. Yeah, we've never argued about trading. We're just gonna go with that. And a strong desire to give up on your goals and dreams. That last one's hard. Because every single one of you in here is hyped, you have the energy, you're like, I'm gonna make this happen. But when you go home, are you gonna implement this?
Yep.
Because if you don't implement this, you will not be here in 6 months. I've seen thousands of traders, and if people have this, they do not last. They do not make the money that they want to. And realize when you quit on this, that why that we just had you all talk about, just had you write down. When you quit, you're quitting on that.
Yeah.
So I heard some people say you want to retire your wife, you want to retire your parents. You give up on this, you're quitting on that. Keep that in mind. Because it's easy to quit when it's just about you. That's why we tell you to have a why.
Yep.
It's easy to quit on me. It's hard to quit on all of you. It's totally different. As human beings, we are literally designed to live in community. We're designed to help people from like an evolutionary standpoint. It's why when you tell somebody else that you're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna go with them, you're not gonna go by yourself, but you're gonna go if they show up because you don't wanna look bad. You don't, don't tell me that you guys haven't done this. We've all done this. But so this right here is what is gonna make the difference. Now, how do you solve this? Because a lot of you right now are probably like, yeah, I'm like 4 of those things. How do I get rid of those? It's a decision. And I'm not going to tell you it's an easy one. Because just like anything, you make a decision one time, but you have to follow up in that. It's not, I'm deciding I'm going to make $1 billion in my trading account. It's there tomorrow. No. not how it works. It's a constant process of making the right decision every single time. And when you mess up, making the decision to get back on the right tracks. The first one, guys, stay in your own lane. For people in here who are kind of like, what did you just say? Run your own race.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're gonna split off between each one, but I want to talk on the same one. We'll talk on it. So we get both perspectives. But guys, this one right here, the stay in your own lane, is so massive with everything Sam was talking about the teachers. Because this is what I want you to understand. Because I am not getting guns. We have literally almost 100,000 people across the world learning how to change their lives. That's amazing. That's amazing. But how many of you guys don't run your own race and are watching other things? Because I want to know if you're in group chats and people are talking profits.
Yeah.
If you're on Telegram and you're seeing people making money. If you see that dang Gold Cup alert too late, and it's already in profit,
Yeah, that's the worst.
you want to get mad, you want to get angry, you want to get frustrated. But the key here when you're running your own race is nothing else matters. Your success doesn't matter. No one else's success matters but your own. And that's what I just think us as educators, we care about all your success. But if I'm looking at anybody in this crowd and you're thinking about yourself, don't look left to right. You need to look straight down that notes and remember these notes are what changed my life. Not their success, not what they took in their notes, not what they did in their account, not what she did last week, not what he did last month, none of it. Run your own race every single day. It's gonna be so much fun.
Guys, they put blinders on horses for a reason.
Come on.
Put your blinders on.
Yep.
You do not have to
was
care
just telling
that
you
they
that.
made more money than you. We already talked about that. It doesn't matter because their money doesn't pay your bills. It doesn't. So if you are so caught up doing this, and if you think about this, if you're running, right? How well are you going to do if you're looking like this while you're running? I'm going to hit something because I'm uncoordinated as it is. So when you're looking left, you're looking right while you're running, you're going to run sideways. And guess what? There's a straight path that every single person here is giving you to have this success. And you're just veering off into the woods somewhere. You're going to get lost. So stick to this path. Don't look back and forth. If you're I know there are a lot of power couples in here who husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend trading. Their money doesn't matter to you. If you guys are trading separate accounts, just because they did this on theirs doesn't mean you have to do the same thing on yours. Guess what? Chance broke more rules when it came to over leveraging on that journey than I did because I'm a conservative person. He's like, throw it at the wall, let's get it. Which means a lot of the time he makes more money than me, but I take fewer losses. So it's all about how you want to look at that. Don't even if it's your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, don't get caught up looking at theirs. Now, if you guys are trading the same account, I pray for you. Because we do now, and it's still, he'll go to take trade, I'm like, I don't know that I like that. Yeah, the learning curves for people are different. He learned this faster than I did. It took me longer, because he's just like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I want to understand why. I'm that person. He doesn't care. It's kind of like whenever we buy anything and I read it and then I just tell him how to do it, he's like, yeah, just give me the cliff notes. That's what he wants. So that's what we gotta understand with that. So the next one, guys, celebrate the success of other people.
Yep.
Just because they went out and they had some success, it doesn't take away from yours.
Yep.
That's the really crazy thing about what we do here, is that you think in a race only one person can win first place. Guys, we can all do just fine. It doesn't matter. There's enough money for all of us.
Yeah, the big thing here is I didn't think that I struggle with it a lot. I'm a very competitive. Who's my competitive people in here? Competitive, you're like, I want to rip your face off. I don't care who you are. That's how I came into this. I'm trying to out-earn everybody in my chats, in my coffee, everything. And that's why I'm doing comments. But what I want you guys to know, when it comes to this, celebrating your successes is so key. I mean, it's one of those things where the more personal development you do, you realize there's other levels to this, but you have to realize if you start at the basis of just understanding that when you celebrate other people's success, law of attraction is working in your favor to bring more success to you.
Yep.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. So I don't even care if it's half fake because mine wasn't first. I was still angry saying, good win, bro. Sorry, I overslept London session last night. You know, like, you know, there's all this kind of stuff that's gonna happen, and you have to realize this. You have to realize this, and when you're going out there, and you celebrate other people's success, whether they just hit a rank on the building side, whether they just had their first $50 day, whether they just had their first $1,000 day, whatever it is, if you're a part of our team, like I know some of our people, I see them out here, we celebrate our people's success. Because if you're only as strong as the people around you, and if they don't feel inspired, if they don't feel like you have their back, they're never going to have yours. So you have to realize that, because as we talk about the bad side of the FOMO, having people to go through a war with helps. I started this off with saying it's a mental game between you and the markets. If you're going to war, I want to bring my best friends. If I'm going to war, I'm bringing a team of hitters with me so we can win this war. And that's what it's all about for each and every single one of you guys. Don't think, oh, Chance and Sam are saying, I need to, blinders on, I don't care about anyone else's success. It's not that. It's that you can't have their success mess with your emotions. Decide in a positive way to celebrate them.
Absolutely. Guys, this is the fun one. Everybody likes the kind of math when it comes to the money that you're going to make. Like, we didn't like it in high school, but this kind of math, I like.
Yeah, guys, this is literally like a story problem. We're putting this together. I'm like, oh my goodness, it makes sense why we use story problems in math. But I like this one a lot more. So we all agreed 6 months we're here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm talking about the losses. I'm talking about them losses, right? Them losses. Who's had 10 losses in a row? And how far does your phone fly after the 10? And you're just ready to give up, quit on everything. This is the math I want you to realize. Risk management math is implied. If you get on our Forex 101 call, we'll teach you how to use the lot size calculator to get the math perfect on every single trade. So it'll never be a worry anymore about how much money am I risking on a trade. Get on our Forex 101 call, go watch the recording, we got you. This math's a little different. This is about your losses. Hit that button. Let's see here. So if we're gonna trade for 2 months or 6 months, who can take 2 trades a day? 2 trades a day? Doable? You're gonna take 240 trades in the next 6 months. Woo! So we're showing up every single day, replacing 2 trades, getting our 25%, whatever. But we're gonna, right there, 25 pips, 5%. 240 trades. Hit that next button. Guys, if you're 65% accurate, you're gonna make a lot of money. You'll make a lot of money in Forex at 65% accurate if your risk management's on point, because a few trades are gonna go. And when you use 10 pip stop losses and we put them big lot sizes on, when we do catch 30, 40, 60 pips, we run it up. But here's what I want you to understand. You're gonna lose 84 trades in 6 months. 84 trades! You're gonna lose 84 trades. At 65%, you're still gonna make a lot of money. So here's what I want you to understand. You don't know where you're at in your journey of those 240 trades. You don't know if this is a cold slump where you're gonna lose 15 straight. And guess what? When you win 30 straight, you're gonna feel amazing. And what I want you guys to take away from this is understanding that this math alone can save you stress, can save you anxiety, can save you so much, because you're going to tear yourselves up when you lose. Every single one of you guys, if you're like me, you want to, losing's like the worst thing in the world, right? You just want to rip everything apart, you're angry, you're frustrated. And here's the big thing, we all have to get to the point where we're not like that. I'm not like that anymore. You should have saw me 2 years ago. Oh, yeah, I didn't break anything. But the big thing here, guys, realize this matters. And use this to keep yourself at bay when you lose 3 in a row, when you lose 4 in a row. Because remember, Chance and Sam said that if I am going to only be 65% accurate in my first 6 months, which is really, really good, I get to lose 84 trades. Now, don't go into the markets thinking like, oh, I get to lose today, I get to lose today. But go into the markets realizing I'm okay. Don't stress out about it. Because so many people come to me like, Chance, I lost 15 trades straight, this isn't for me. And I was like, well, what if you lost 80? What if this happened? Just theory. What if you lost 80 trades in a row, but then you won 160 straight? You happy? Yeah. But who quits after 30 in a row? Yeah. Who quits after 50 in a row? Who quits after 80 in a row? Everybody. Raise your hand if you kept going after 80 straight losses. Oh, a couple people who are warriors. I'm gonna let you guys know I don't know if I will. Luckily for you, the system's better than that. Get on national TV, ask questions if you're losing that many in a row. But for real, guys, at the end of the day, realize this math and realize that if you're here for the long term, a couple losses in a row don't matter because this is for 6 months. I'm trading for the next 60 years. How many does that go? Times that by 10. Times it by, even like guys, like you have to realize how, that'd be what, 20, whatever. Times it by a lot. You're gonna take a lot of trades. You're gonna take a lot of trades.
Yep, guys, so like you gotta understand when you have those 2 or 3 in a row, because we all do it, right? We place a trade and lose, you go, okay, you lost one, it's okay.
Yeah.
Then you lose the next one, and now you're pissed. Because you lost 2 in a row, and then you're going, oh, I shouldn't have taken that trade, and then we start to do all that fun stuff, like revenge trading. You start to go, oh, well, I'm gonna risk like half my account. We're gonna make up for these losses, it's all good. No, it's not, because you're blowing your account. So understand, we do risk management, not because I'm trying to be a dictator over here. I'm doing risk management because I realize if you guys are risking 2% per trade, you're gonna have to lose 50 straight to blow your account. That doesn't happen very often.
Okay. So 65% would just be a win ratio. So we're saying roughly, like with our strategy with harmonic pitchforks, the number is way higher than 65% win ratio. But we just did it on the low end. So we're saying like if you place 100 trades, you're gonna win 65 of them just out of. If you're implementing what you're learning properly, like the guy on the last one, he won 200 trades in a row. You know, from one of the international traders, you know, we've had months where we're at 92% accuracy. So it's like you can get way higher. But we're saying that for a baseline 65% accurate is like you're still gonna profit. You're still gonna make some money on
So right here, don't let a few losing trades take your dream away from you, because it's like Chance just said, you might have lost the 10 straight, but how do you know that the next 40 aren't gonna go? You don't know that, and you never will if you go and quit on that. And remember, I'm going to say this again, when you guys quit, that why isn't just something fun for you to say at convention because it sounds good, because it makes your mom feel good, whatever. If you actually mean this, and you actually want to make this happen, you're going to have to keep pushing through. This is not a straight journey to the top. There's potholes, there's ditches that you didn't look out for, there's all kinds of stuff. And the last thing here, guys, let the compound effect work for you. Don't sit here, and someone came up to me today, and it was so funny because I used to talk a little bit of smack on people who would have their first $1,000 day and go buy Gucci slides. Because I know a lot of people who did that. So understand, when you're doing that, if you have, let's say, $1,000 account, you go buy those things, like, it depends which people. They're ridiculous. They're obnoxious. So what you guys have to understand is every time you say, oh, I'm gonna go withdraw like all of my account and go do something fun, realize you're starting over. You're starting all over. Because this whole idea that we just told you about building this account and doing all of this, when you withdraw an incredible amount of your money, you are starting that whole thing over. And if you do that too many times, you're gonna burn out. So what I will tell you, because I don't want you all to look at me and go, but Sam, I want to withdraw the money. Like, why would I trade if I can't spend the money? Withdraw 50% of your profit. Of profits, not your accounts.
Right.
I want to be very, very specific, because someone last time I said this, they're like, yeah, I just withdraw 50% of my account. Like, no, 50% of your profit,
You're wrong.
because as soon as you take from the account balance, that compound effect's not working for you no more. We did that. So his question was he the thought of having 2 different accounts? We did that for a little while. It's a lot easier when you have 2 people. Trading 2 accounts can be, especially the strategy we do, like the trades go so fast that we sometimes would miss them. So now we just, why I say now, like 50% of your profit, then you're good. If it's just out of your account, the compound effect will still work for you. As long as it's not 100% of your profit. That's the whole idea. Okay. So I'll let Chance talk about these.
Yeah, so here, like Sam's talking real money, right? We like talking money, so that's why Sam's talking money. I'm talking daily things we need to do. Guys, if you do this every day for the next 6 months, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. Step 1 is trade every day. Who wants to be a full-time Forex trader and make full-time money in the Forex market? Who's trading every single day, 5 days a week? Where all the hands go? You want to do this full-time and you ain't even showing up 5 days a week for 1 hour? If you can't make 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, guys, like, you really need to look at how bad you want this. Because here's the thing. If Steph Curry just quit playing basketball for, a couple days, he might be able to bounce back. He's a professional. If you don't even know how to play the game, and you just got good at making layups, and then you come back like 3 days later and you forgot how to dribble. You gotta go back to learn how to dribble. So many people fail on this journey because they mess this part up. You don't show up every single day to the charts. How can you compound your skill set to get you where you need to be a professional? That's step 1. Easy. Next thing. Educate yourself every single day. Now, first of all, I want to talk personal development is a must. If you guys think you're going to come out here and you're going to be super successful, you're going to have the discipline, and you're not going to listen to anything else besides like what me and Sam say, you might be able to do it because we're pretty smart. But I would strongly suggest to tap into the millions of people who have made millions of dollars and have put it all into a book that you can go listen to for free on YouTube. There's great people out there that upload it all. But like, you can go that route, you can buy the book, you can learn from other people as well. But for me and Sam, we learn zero about Forex from anything else besides IML and IML TV Live and stuff. We don't do anything, we don't read Forex mindset books, we don't read anything else. We learn how to be better human beings. Because one thing Mike Miles taught us is that the better you are, the better human being you are, the better you feel as a human being, it'll resemble in your history in your trading account. So I strongly believe in that. Go educate yourself. Now on the flip side, talk about Forex. I think you got this one? Yeah, boom. So guys, this is Forex. This is Forex. Stay close to the campfire. Now a lot of you guys have heard this. A lot of you guys have heard about the campfire, but I just want to break it down for you guys. Essentially, here's what happens to the normal IML student. They come in, they get on Monty Sam's room. They love it. They're fired up. Harmonic pitchforks are awesome. They plug in for 3 weeks, maybe a month and a half. They start seeing good success. They stop showing up to a room as much. They just keep trading on their own. And then slowly they just back away. So if Sam's a campfire, they're just backing away. I'm good. I got it by myself. I don't need you. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I blew my account. I'm gonna try one more time. Oh, I blew another account. Sam, what'd I do? And you come all the way over here. And now you're close to the campfire.
You didn't use risk management.
That's only what it is. Now you're close to the campfire, and you're gonna plug in, and you're gonna get back on the sessions every single day. You're gonna keep learning every single day, and your account, your profits are gonna go through the roof. And you're gonna slowly go like this, and slowly go like this. Because the more confident we feel as human beings, we think we need less education. We think we need to stop showing up. We think, oh, I got this. I don't need to know this anymore. The secret to being successful in Forex is by mastering the little things of one strategy and just getting rich. Like, you guys can go to all these rooms. Like, I'll be 100% honest. I told my team, my personal team, I'm like, come to our room, go to the crypto rooms, and go to Gold Cup. Because you don't even need to learn other Forex stuff. Because as soon as you start trying to add in all this other Forex stuff, you're going to get confused. I am a firm believer in just find something that works, perfect it, get obnoxiously rich, and if you want to do something different when you're obnoxiously rich, do it. But do something that works first instead of trying to relearn. One of the other educators in the international room talked about this, and he had a big problem. He would learn something, make some money, and then move on. Learn something, make some money, try a new strategy. And he kept rotating through strategies, and never got the success he wanted until he just picked one, made money with it, stuck with it, made more money. Now he's a full-time trader. He's doing his thing. He's teaching, he's doing all this good stuff. So I want you guys to understand that compound effect, and that when you show up every single day, you trade every day, you do personal development every single day, and now me and Sam give you 4 rooms, and I'll let it secret. We're about to add a lot more rooms on IML TV, different time zones, different everything else. So that's all coming. But I want you to understand, you gotta get on our sessions. You're not on 4 times a week. So right now we have Monday mindset. Go crazy. We're gonna work on mindset. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're teaching you how to trade. We're trading live with you. Thursday, we're giving you a lesson. If you plug into just those 4 rooms, Every single week, I can guarantee you're going to be better than the person who showed up last month to one room, or to 2 weeks in a row last week, or last month. Because when you keep showing up, me and Sam are growing every single day. I don't know if you know this, but we're not the same educators we were last week, last month, last year, definitely. Like, not even close. But I want you to understand, like, as we grow, our students get to grow side by side with us. As we're growing, learning new stuff, making more money, learning what works better, learning what this, that, we're passing it all on to you guys. So what you have to understand is me and Sam are doing this, and so are all the other educators, so is all the other great people out here working. But when you get farther and farther and farther away from the person and the knowledge and everything that's giving you the warmth and your freedom, how can you go get it? So it's one thing I want you guys to really, really think about, because it's important to stay very close to the campfire.
I have a question over here.
Yeah?
Thursday before you go on.
Thursday is our training. So it's just like a skill set training.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll have it nice. Yeah. So raise your hand if you don't know about harmonic pitchforks. Man, look at that. Look at all these harmonic pitchforks trainers in here. That makes me excited. Alright, so for everyone who's not on the harmonic pitchforks yet, this is going to be a quick rundown, and then we're going to give you a training, because we have like 5-10 minutes left. We're going to give you a training that's like 30 minutes. That'll give you the full overview. It's on YouTube. I'll tell you how to get it in the end. But okay, so if you haven't done the pitchforks, I'm just going to break it down for you. Me and Sam have been in about 3.5 years. We've been using the scanner the entire time, until the point where we got so tired of going to trades that look like this. Coming in on this trade, seeing it hit TP1, seeing it hit TP2, and I don't get to make any money. So we started to look for some answers. We literally got rid of the scanner, quit using it for our trading for probably a year. We didn't even use the scanner. No, it's kind of funny. And essentially, we found the answer for what we were looking for. Because out of this scan, who sees one trade right here? Everyone see one trade? We see that D point entry, that's where we're gonna make our money. If you're only trading the D point on this, you're missing 99% of the trades.
Facts.
What? 99%? What? 99% of the trades. This scan is going to give us trades 3 months from now. This scan is going to give us 50 different trades. How do you do it? Surprisingly, it's so easy. All you have to do is connect the dots. Raise your hand if we can connect the dots. Doable? Everyone can connect dots? Alright, so here's what you have to remember. Harmonic scans. They are Fibonacci ratios, the best turnaround points in the market. That's all you need to know. Remember how Sam says she's the detail one, and I'm like, just like, tell me what it is? Yeah. All you need to know, it is Fibonacci, the most accurate reversal points in the Forex markets, and that's what the scanner is giving us on a daily basis. So what we have to do is we have to copy it over to our charts. Because first of all, I said that scan's gonna make me money 3 months from now. You guys know how the scanner works, it doesn't save scans for 3 months. Yeah. But what I'm saying here on this is when we copy this over to our charts, what you have to do is all you have to know is X, A, B, C, D. Not too hard, it's right there. It gives it to you. So it's like on all my math, on all my homework back in high school when Sam would just give me all the answers. Like the scanner does the same thing for us. I can just keep doing it, I can just keep copying my way to success. I love this. So right here, we copy it. Save it onto our trading view, save it onto our charts, and we'll have it for later. Now, all we have to remember, the magic, guys. All get them pens ready. Ready? X, C, D. That's it. That's your connected dots. X, C, D. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put what's called a pitchfork on it. Essentially, all you need to know about pitchforks is pitchforks take that Fibonacci ratio, they project it throughout your Forex markets, and it's going to give you what look like trend lines. You trade like trend lines, but they're more accurate. Every single touch of this, 10 pip stop loss guaranteed. Nothing else, nothing bigger. Yep. 10 pip stops, that's all you need is a 10 pip stop loss.
Let's go.
Nothing bigger. Maybe on GBP pairs. Maybe put a 15. G is wild. But 10 pip stop losses on every single currency pair you trade when it touches this line. You trade it exactly like technical analysis. And all you're doing to make these lines appear is you're clicking the pitchfork button, which we'll show you in the training and everything. and you literally just click on the X, click on the C, click on the D. Now, I want you guys to realize this. We were taught technical analysis by some of the best traders. Oh, I mean, he might be in the back. Look at that guy. Is that Mike Miles back there? Oh, look at him. He's one of our first teachers. He taught us technical analysis. He taught us all that good stuff. But here's what I want you to understand. The part I hated about educating and trying to teach people technical analysis is nobody's charts look the same. My trend lines look different than Mike's, then look different than Sam's, and look different than all yours. And then I gotta go over and over and over and over again about teaching you guys how to draw perfectly. The best part about this right here is you literally connect the dots and every single person's chart looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook group that you guys can all be plugged into where everyone sends their charts, we make sure they all look good, and they actually all turn into trade setups. Because it's always doing the same stuff off the same scans and everybody's chart looks exactly the same. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Now all you gotta realize is this right here. Now there is another pitchfork that will teach you, and honestly, you don't even need to focus on it too much. Don't even need to focus on it too much. It's not important. It's for the more advanced. But essentially, here's how I like to break this down. How I trade these is as simple as if I was going up to a door. If I go up to a door and I knock on that door, so this, I'm going to pretend price is that door. It comes up, it knocks on this. Two things are going to happen. Either the door's going to open, and I'm going to walk in, close the door, keep going. That's a break retest. When the door opens, comes back down, touches it, goes up, perfect. 10 pip stop loss. That didn't even need any. No drawdown. No drawdown game. Our spread should be the only drawdown we have. But essentially, when you have this break retest, you enter. Same as same. Next thing that can happen, no one answers. What do? We turn away. That's what it's doing here. Turn away, turn away, turn away, turn away, turn away. This scan exactly takes, so to do the harmonic pitchforks takes maybe, for a new person, 3 minutes. For me, it takes about 30 seconds. I can draw it up, have it done. Then this exact chart is good forever. 3 months later, still trading 10 pip stop losses. 3 months later, 5 months later, still trading it. 10 pip stop losses. These lines are perfect. I can't explode my mind every day. This is showing you 2 weeks of trading. 19 trades off that scan in 2 weeks takes you 3 minutes to set up. 10 pip stop losses every single time it touches the line. Who likes the sounds of that? Everybody? Now this is how we've been having people make so much money. The only other thing, literally the only other thing we use besides this is quarter theory. That's it. So if you guys know quarter theory, that's where Mike's in the back still. He teaches quarter theory. He taught us that. And now they have this indicator for quarter theory, puts on our charts automatically. It's like, I'm changing my brand name to Lazy Trader. I just sit back, harmonic pitchforks, good. So, essentially to do all my trading, to live all this lifestyle, to take all these trades, it takes me, say, 30 seconds to set up every single chart, and it's good forever. I don't know what you guys want to do. Before this, I was spending 30 minutes to an hour every single day pre-marking up charts. And I was wasting a lot of time, energy, and effort. Now I copy the scan, literally guys, copy the scan over, click 1, 2, 3, suck it up to the end so it's perfectly touched, but they'll teach that in the video. 19 trades, 2 weeks. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing. Here's what I want you guys to do. So if you want the training, this was the easiest way we could get it to you guys because it's so hard to send links to the crowd. So if you want to go to our Instagrams, right now go to our Instagrams, the link in the bio. The link in the bio is that training for how to do this yourself. So if you guys want the more advanced training, you want to learn the insides and outs of harmonic pitchforks, just chance Ghanem and Strive with Samantha on Instagram. Guys, the link in the bio will give you this training. Trust me, it's a powerful training. It's going to help you guys out a lot, and it's going to get you guys taking your own trades off this strategy in almost weeks, like days, seconds. Like, it's crazy fast. It's the fastest I've ever seen anybody learn how to trade. So what I want you guys to know, I think, yeah, that's it. So I don't know how much time we got, but if we have some time, we're going to do Q&A, go around a little bit. We'll go until they kick us out. Sound good?
I agree. Let's go.
So we'll meet up, just so everyone knows, because we might get kicked out.